Hello. Okay, so I've made like a list somewhere that I've put down. Somewhere. Wait. Here it is. Of YouTube videos that I want to make. And it's called YouTube videos I just have to make before I die. And it's like this. There's a lot of them. So basically I'm just going to ream off a few of them. And if you comment or Facebook me or whatever and just say what you think, if I should actually make them or not, or you know, whatever, because I have a lot of spare time because I'm just a really, really sad person. So yeah, number one, the food one. Basically you get two people, one being me probably because, you know, it's my video, and you go out to a shop, buy maybe 10 random ingredients, and then you swap them with the other person, and you don't know what each other's buying, and you have to make a meal or a dish of some sort out of these random items and see who can make the best thing. The other one, cinnamon challenge. I haven't done that. Everyone seems to have done that and I want to do it. The only little slight problem with that is I'm allergic to cinnamon, but hey, it could be quite funny. The fluffy bunny challenge, everyone's done that one as well. The only problem with that again is I have a tongue bar, which should be interesting. When I try and spit them all out and they're stuck on my tongue bar, I'll be like, ha ha ha, ha ha. Something like that. An accents one, because apparently people like my accents. I'm like, yeah, okay then. So I'll do a few of them. A parody of some sort. I've always wanted to do a parody, so I need to find a good song to make a parody out of. Although I'm quite good at that. For some reason, a song will be playing, I'll start putting my own little words in. People are like, you are fucking hilarious. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. What else? An original song, I actually have that one on standby, and that shall be on soon. The t-shirt challenge, basically you get all the t-shirts you possibly can and try and put them all on. It should be interesting, because I'm quite big and I don't have that many big t-shirts, so, you know, after about 3 they'll probably start stretching. The tape challenge, basically you have to see, like, the quickest time you can wrap someone up in tape from kind of the neck down, which should be interesting. A how to make yourself look pretty video. Basically, I'll get all my makeup and I'll make myself look really, really pretty. Apparently. A funny montage. Okay, so basically I have quite an eventful life outside of my little box room. And I'm going to start videoing things as much as possible and make a little montage out of them, because basically my friends, no offense to you guys, but we're all fucking retards in some way or another. So, you know, it would be quite funny. Oh, this one's quite good. Helen being a spaz. Helen's a spaz. As you probably go on my Facebook, right? Kimothy Thwaites, that's what I am. And, yeah, there'll be pictures of Helen on there. That video will be very easy to achieve. Some sort of eating challenge. I've always wanted to do that. Just, you know, someone put like a pile of donuts in front of me and I have to eat them. I don't know, something just ridiculous, and I want to try and do it. What else? How to train a Helen. Now this one could come in very handy if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or some sort of relation who you need to train, basically. I mean, Helen has this habit. I have lots of habits that Helen probably needs to start training me, but Helen has this little habit of going meow all the time, and it's so cute. But the only thing is I hate cats, right? Let's just say I had a cat-related incident a while ago, and ever since I've hated cats, right? So I'll be on the phone to her and she'll just go meow, or I'll get a text and she's like meow, and I'm like, oh my god, I must train you out of this habit. So, you know, it goes on like that. What goes on in my head? Now that one could be really interesting. You know, I'm going to sit in front of the camera, I'm just going to ream off things that pop into my head. That could be fantastic. Or it could be very strange, you probably all, like... Never mind. Oh, a video on some of the weird urges I get. Now, I will ream off a few of my weird urges. You know, it's not an urge as in I'm going to do it. It's an urge as in I sit back and I visualise myself doing it. And it's so creepy sometimes. I'm like, why did I even think that? What's wrong with my head? So there's putting my hand in a shredder. Every time I see a shredder, I want to put my hand in it and see what would happen. I quite like my hand as it is. I don't want a shredded hand. But every time I see a shredder, I'm like, I'm going to put my hand in that. Making a whole room straight, so that sounds very strange, but everything parallel, right? And then lying in just lying or bent up, because I'm totally bent. So I'm the only bent thing in that room. I'm usually the only bent thing in a room. It just means I'll be literally the only bent thing in that room. Walking into a room of people and dying. I don't know what's wrong with me, but every time there's a room of crowded people, like a classroom or some sort of gathering, I just want to walk in and die. Just right there, just walk in and go badoosh, and they'll be like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, ripping things. I'd see something and I'm like, I want to rip it. I want to rip it in half. I want to rip it into shreds. And everyone's like, you're such an aggressive person. I'm like, no, I'm not. I just want to rip it. I don't know why. I'll be wearing a jumper or something. I'll grab the sleeves like this and I'll just be like, I'm gonna rip it. But I don't usually rip it. What else? Poking myself in the eye hard enough that it falls into my head. Now, I don't know why I'd think that, but sometimes, when you're rubbing your eye like this and you're just like, I wonder what would happen. I've actually envisioned myself going, oh my god! So, what else is there? Jumping out of a window. It sounds very strange, but every time I'm near a window, I'm like, what would happen if I jumped out of that? I wonder if I'd die or I'd just get seriously injured. Or if I'd even get injured, maybe I'd bounce, all these things go through my head. Trying to get, alright, okay, I live near a bridge. On the bridge there is lights. Under the bridge there is water, quite obviously. And at night there's a reflection on the water of this light. And it's right in the middle of the blooming river. And every time I go near there, I just want to jump in and try and get the light. Even though I know it's not possible because it's a reflection, I want to go and get the light. Okay? I'm at a loss of what possibly could explain the urge to do that, but I need to, smashing a plate. Whenever I'm holding a plate, I'm like, I want to drop it. I want to hear it smash. But this is getting progressively stranger. You're probably all leaving by now, but oh well. Eating until I throw up. I'll be in a buffet and it'll be like, eat all you want, and I'm just like, I'm going to eat until I throw up. I'm actually going to do that, and then I'm like, no, why would I do that? It's just inconveniencing everyone, including myself. I'll have wasted 11 quid on food that I'm going to eat and then throw it back up straight away, but it's just an urge. Spending a stupid amount of money on something useless, I'll walk into a shop and be like, oh my god, look at that completely useless object for 90 quid, let's buy it and never ever even look at it. I don't know why, but I'm like, oh, I want it so much, and then I'm like, no, I don't. What else? Not moving for a day. Sometimes I'm in bed, and I have to get out of bed before 10:30 in the morning, unless I'm ill, because I can't deal with being in bed for a long amount of time. I don't know why, but sometimes I have the urge when I'm lying in my bed just to be like, okay, keep completely still, do not move at all. All day, just lie there, not even moving. Punching things. I'll walk past a tree and I'm like, I want to punch it. No, Kim, no, that will hurt. It will not really do the tree any damage, it'll just hurt you. But no, I'm like, I want to punch the tree. What else? Stroking things. That sounds very strange indeed. But I'll walk past an iron bar and I'll run my hand down it and I'm like, ooh. I feel like salad fingers when I say that. I like rusty spoons. No, I just walk past and I'm just like, oh my god. Or paper. Have you ever noticed how soft paper is? That sounds so weird, but you get some paper, you just stroke it and it's like, oh, soft. I sound like Lenny from Of Mice and Men. You know how he likes to stroke things. Anyway, what else? Flicking people in the head. I always see someone, I think, you have a really flickable head, can I please flick your head? But I'm never actually going to do it, because that's weird. You don't walk up to someone and just flick them in the head. But I'm just like, douche, I flicked you in the head. And everyone's like, Kim, don't do that. This one's just strange. This is very strange, but licking cars. Have you ever seen a frosty car and thought, I'm going to lick it and get my tongue stuck to it, and it'll be hilarious when the car owner comes back, because I'll be like, hello, is this your car? Oh dear. Pushing people into fridges. If I see a fridge that's open and someone leaning into it, I always just envision myself going doo-doosh, closing the door, and this poor person is now trapped in the fridge. But yeah, I'm going to leave that for now, because that's just getting strange. Painting myself all one colour. I want to make a video with a big pot of paint, and I'm going to paint myself all one colour, because I'm, like, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm really patchy. Like, I have brown skin, but I have patches of white where I have, like, scars or, you know, like, grazes or anything like that. I just scar white, which is really weird, but I have, like, patches, so I'm going to paint myself all one colour. Turning Helen into different things. You know, she hasn't heard any of this, so she's probably going to be like, you're not doing that. But I want to turn her into a land shark and a turkey and a velociraptor and a smurf and a jelly bean and a Teletubby and all these different things, because she's just small and she's easy to turn into things. What a typical Kim day consists of. Now this one would be quite interesting, as long as I chose the right day to do it on, because I'm quite a strange person. Hammered video. Get really drunk and make a video. That sounds like a plan. Hammered cooking. So you get really, really drunk and you try and cook something. A really mean prank. Things not to say to a lesbian. How to kill a lesbian vampire. Or how to become a lesbian vampire killer. Because that would just be cool. What else? The most annoying phone call ever, so I'll probably just call a random person. So by the way, if you get this call, you're going to be on one of my videos. But I'll just call someone and I'll be like, hello? Hello? And just be really annoying. Prank calls, dance dares, and how to behave in public, because I'm just really good at behaving in public. Not really, but oh well. So yeah, there's a few ideas. If you've got any more, just, you know, comment or Facebook me, Twitter, just whatever. So yeah. That's it for now.